Pull up, pull up. Altitude, altitude.
There's a moment in every DCS pilot's journey when they ask, should I finally try the A-10? And if you ever hovered over the buy button in hesitation, wondering if it's just a slow, outdated tank killer with a cult following, well, buckle in, because this isn't just a review. It's a deep dive into one of the most misunderstood, overbuilt, and shockingly versatile jets in DCS world. This is the A-10C Warthog, a flying contradiction. Slow but unstoppable. Analog but smart. Ugly but brilliant. If you think the A-10 is boring, that just means you haven't flown it right. We are going deep, from the avionics and targeting systems to the legendary GAU-8 cannon, smart munitions, data link, and what it's actually like to fly this beast solo or in multiplayer. This isn't a jet you jump into and master overnight, but if you put in the time, the Warthog rewards you with one of the most immersive and confident flying experiences in the entire sim. So whether you're a veteran sim pilot curious about precision CAS or a new player looking for a guided tour through the A-10's quirks, strengths, and secrets, this is for you. Let's hop up the ladder, slide into the titanium bathtub, and see what the Warthog can really do. The A-10 Thunderbolt II was designed in the 1970s with one mission: close air support. While other jets were getting faster and slicker, the Air Force wanted something different. Something that could loiter over the battlefield for hours. Something that could take massive damage and keep flying. Something that could put ordnance exactly where ground troops needed it. The result? An aircraft so specialized that it's almost alien compared to everything else in the sky. Twin engines mounted high to avoid ground fire. Titanium bathtub around the pilot. And that gun. Oh, that gun. The GAU-8 Avenger fires 30mm depleted uranium rounds at 3,900 rounds per minute. It's so powerful that it can literally slow the aircraft down when firing. But here's what makes the A-10 special in DCS. It's not about speed or stealth. It's about precision, patience, and problem solving. The A-10 was never meant to be flashy. It wasn't built for speed, stealth, or air shows. It was built for one job, and one job only: get low, hit hard, and come home in one piece. Born in the Cold War as a response to Soviet armor, the A-10 was designed around this gun, literally. The GAU-8A Avenger cannon is the size of a Volkswagen Beetle, fires 30mm depleted uranium shells at 70 rounds per second, and makes a sound that every DCS player knows by heart. The rest of the jet was built around that gun. Strong landing gear for rough fields, armored cockpit to shrug off hits, twin engines spaced wide apart, and a high mounted straight wing for high turns at low speed. It's ugly, it's rugged, and it just works. But what DCS pilots sometimes miss is that the A-10C isn't just a flying gun. The modern C model is packed with smart avionics, advanced targeting pods, laser-guided weapons, GPS-guided bombs, and the digital source management system. It can operate day or night, or weather with incredible accuracy. In DCS, that means you're flying a flying tank with the brains of a 5th-gen jet, minus the speed. It's a slow aircraft, sure. But slow means time to think, time to plan, and time to execute with precision. And that's where the fun begins. Climb into the cockpit and you're not looking at retro switches and dials like a 60s era Phantom. You're looking at a digital combat workstation. 2 multifunction color displays, a UFC upfront controller, a helmet-mounted queuing system, and a ton of HOTAS integrated controls. But don't worry, it's complex, not chaotic. The MFDs let you control your targeting pod, TAD, Tactical Awareness Display, data link, weapon profiles, and flight navigation. It takes practice to navigate, but once you understand the workflow, it's intuitive. You're not buried in menus. You're building situational awareness in real time. At the heart of the A-10's strike capability is the TGP, the targeting pod. With it, you can spot, mark, and lace targets with insane precision. And in the DCS simulated SADL, Situational Awareness Data Link, and the ability to receive or share coordinates with other players, or JTAGs, and you've got a full battlefield coordination suite. And let's talk HOTAS. If you've ever felt overwhelmed in a modern jet, the A-10's HOTAS setup will spoil you. Nearly every function, targeting, weapons, and navigation sensors can be done with minimal keyboard input once you set it up. It's all about muscle memory, and DCS rewards that with fluidity in combat. Flying the A-10 doesn't feel like anything else in DCS. It's not fast, slick, or flashy, but that's exactly why it stands out. The Warthog is a precision attack platform, and everything about how it flies reflects that mission. You don't rush into the target area, you build into it, setting up orbits, scanning for threats, checking your angles. That straight, high-mounted wing gives the A-10 excellent low-speed control and tight turning ability, even when fully loaded. It's built to fly slow and low, hugging terrain, loitering for as long as needed, and circling the battlefield like a predator with infinite patience. That slow speed is not a weakness. It gives you more time to process, line up shots, and adjust. You can fly deliberate patterns, confirm targets through your TGP, attack again if needed, and provide continuous overwatch. It's one of the few jets in DCS where taking your time is a combat advantage, not a liability. The fly model also captures the weight of the aircraft beautifully. Fully loaded, you feel the drag, the inertia, the slight lag when you command the roll or pitch up, but none of it feels like a burden. Just a reminder that you're flying a machine designed for stability and survivability, not speed. Speaking of survivability, this thing is hard to kill. The engines are separated to prevent both from being taken out at once. The control systems are redundant. The flight surfaces are protected. And in DCS, that's not just for show. You can lose hydraulics, take fire to the fuselage, limp home on one engine with your MFDs flickering, and still make it back in one piece. And when things go wrong, the A-10 gives you tools to work the problem. Manual reversion lets you fly with damaged hydraulics. The caution panel, systems logic, and backup instruments give you situational awareness even when you're shut up. It teaches you to stay calm and fly the jet, even broken. Flying the hog isn't about being the fastest or most agile. It's about control, persistence, and getting the job done under pressure. It rewards pilots who plan, adjust, and stay one step ahead. And when it all comes together, when you hit the mark, survive the flak, and limp back to base on fumes, it feels incredible. Of course, the A-10 is all about delivering pain, and in DCS, it delivers. You've got the GAU-8 cannon for close-range armor destruction, GBU-12 and GBU-38 laser GPS-guided bombs for precision strikes, AGM-65 Mavericks for standoff vehicle kills, rockets and dumb bombs for classic CAS, cluster bombs, smoke markers, and more. The trick isn't just about having these tools, it's knowing how and when to use them. The A-10 is a master of combined arms tactics. With a good JTAC or human FAC, you can work targets methodically, clearing areas and shaping the battlefield. You can body lace, mark with smoke, or handle target spotting all on your own. And if you're a solo pilot, no problem. You can use mark points, create waypoints on the fly, or use the TGP and HUD symbology to visually lock targets. Unlike a fast mover that drops and runs, the A-10 lingers. You will fly precision attack profiles, dive deliveries, or pop-up attacks. The gun alone is a doctrine. You aim, burst, and watch tanks melt. But it's not a strafing-only aircraft. This thing is a Swiss Army knife for ground combat. The only catch? You have to work for every kill. This isn't a launch and leave aircraft. You're building a picture, stacking your approach, and executing cleanly. That's why people get addicted to the hog. Every mission is a process, and you're at the center of it. Ego Dynamics didn't just create an aircraft, they created an experience. Every switch is clickable. Every system has depth. The cockpit feels lived in, functional, and purposeful. The external model is a masterpiece of weathering and detail. The sound design, from the distinctive whine of the turbofan engines to the earth-shaking roar of the GAU 8, is absolutely immersive. You will feel the aircraft respond to different altitudes, weather conditions, and damage states. The flight model captures the A-10's unique characteristics. Stable at low speeds, forgiving in stalls, but unforgiving of pilot errors. Ground effects actually matters. Weight and balance affect performance. Every detail contributes to the sense that you're flying a real aircraft. In multiplayer, the A-10 is a force multiplier. Pair it with fighters, helicopters, or ground units, and it becomes the linchpin of close air support. You're the eye in the sky, the hammer to finish armored columns, or the steady hand protecting troops in contact. You will need communication, whether it's through SLS, data link, or pre-briefed missions. Coordination pays off in multiplayer more than almost any other module. And if you're flying with the other A-10s, you can deconflict, mark targets, and divide the battlefield like a real CAS team. Now let's talk about the elephant in the room. The learning curve is steep. There are a lot of systems to understand, procedures to follow, and HOTAS setups to configure. But the training missions are solid, the community support is excellent, and once it clicks, you feel unstoppable. Now, no module is perfect, and the A-10C II has a few shortcomings worth mentioning. None of these are game-breaking, but they are still worth keeping in mind. First, despite its age and multiple upgrades, the A-10C II still lacks an in-cockpit pilot model. For a module that's otherwise so immersive, the empty seat can be a bit jarring, especially in VR. The external pilot model, while serviceable, also looks outdated compared to newer modules and could use a visual refresh. Another common criticism is the lack of dedicated single-player campaign. Out of the box, you get excellent training missions and a handful of instant action scenarios, but not much for players looking for a structured, story-driven solo experience. Third-party campaigns like Iron Flag and Operation Persistent Freedom are excellent, but they require additional purchases and specific maps, which can feel fragmented if you're a solo flyer. And finally, there's a known issue with the targeting pod. Some users have reported the vehicles viewed through the pod appear as generic boxes until the aircraft is within 1 to 2 miles. Personally, I haven't experienced this, but it's a real concern, especially since the TGP is one of the hub's most essential tools for target acquisition and engagement. When this bug happens, it makes long-range reconnaissance and attack planning much harder. Hopefully, these are areas that Ego Dynamics will address in the future. Because while the A-10C II is still one of the most detailed and immersive modules in DCS, it's not without room for improvement. The DCS A-10C II isn't just one of the best modules in the sim. It's one of the most complete military aviation experiences out there. It's deep, it's detailed, and it rewards you the more you put into it. So should you get the A-10C? If you love tactical flying, battlefield awareness, and taking hands-on control of every part of a mission, it's hard to beat. This isn't a ride for adrenaline junkies. It's for the meticulous, the patient, the strategic. And that's where the magic lies. You will fly long sorties, you will do methodical work, but you will also experience moments of pure immersion. Watching tanks erupt from a perfectly executed gun run, or dreading a laser-guided bomb through the smoke to save friendly troops. The A-10C isn't the flashiest module, but it just might be the one you keep coming back to. And if you're up for it, it's one of the most satisfying and complete modules in the entire DCS lineup. Give it time, and the Hog will make a believer out of you. They say the A-10 is too old, too slow, too specialized. They've been trying to retire it for decades, but it keeps proving them wrong. And now, you get to find out why. If this video fired up your inner Hog driver, smash the like and subscribe button. Drop a comment with your best A-10 moment. Until then, keep flying, keep pounding, and I'll see you in the skies.